Alright, welcome back everybody to DNA Wealth Blueprint 2.0, and in this module here what I wanted to go over is adbeat.com and how effective it is for sniffing out super affiliates and looking at their funnels and looking at their campaigns and looking at where they're driving their traffic from, so you can turn around and create your own media buying campaign based on that and start to target your ads accordingly based on those specific channels of traffic and drive it back through your funnel to your CPA offers. So I'm just inside of my AdBeat account right here. Now I have a little bit of a different account because I have a relationship with the owner, founder, Mike. So I'm going to have some data in here that you may not have access to. But like I said, if you get the account through my link on the previous module, I'm going to speak to Mike to see if he can get you a better deal. So as you can see here, there's a lot of different things that you can do with an AdBeat. I'm going to go over it really quickly because there's a lot of things in here that you need to understand. But it's best that actually you look at the training tutorials that are available on YouTube, and there's a couple of webinars that Mike actually did that are for free that are around the web that you can look at. But literally, you can really do anything that you want in here. So I'm looking at a publisher, fitnessmagazine.com. So you have different fields here that you can go back, whether it be 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, a year, 2 years. You may not have access to some of this information because, like I said, I have a higher level account, and I have all the networks in here. And what really is fascinating is you can go by all ads, all sizes. As you can see here, I clicked on Android because I want to see what's going on in the smartphone market. I want to see what CPA offers are being driven through Android and with this particular publisher. So you can do that. So you have a dashboard right here. It shows you the complete dashboard, the top advertisers and the top ads. So I just looked at fitnessmagazine.com, and I'm looking at all the ads that they're running on Android right now. And the best thing that I like about this is I can go over here and I can look on their destination URLs, which for me basically says I understand that these guys are actually doing uh, a lot of native advertising on mobile. Now, in the previous course, I talked about native advertising. It was in module 2, and it just so happened that I actually looked at this publisher. I clicked on it, looked on Android to see what they're using, and they're using Outbrain.com. It's one of the actual platforms that you will use if you want to do native advertising across mobile, and it's super deadly effective. So as I can see here, I can look at all their top URLs, top destination URLs. So I'm going to click on this here. And as you can see here, I've already clicked on a couple links here before I made this video, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to click on, look at this ad right here. This is going to pop up in a mobile feed, and this is downright great, brilliant native advertising. So I'm going to click on like a link like this. I'm going to see where it takes me. Which, remember what we talked about in module 2, and you can see here everything here. You can see I've also installed another service here where I can actually look at where the tracking is coming from and what other traffic sources they're actually using to push the traffic back to them. So this is another way to track what your competitors are doing and what traffic sources and what platforms and what tracking that they have installed got in place. So you can look at designing your whole entire media campaign based around what your top competitors are doing in those particular markets as well. Map out a media buying strategy, start to look at the placements where you want to do your media buys, and like I said, you have self-serve, you have managed media, managed, and then you have the direct buy. So you can look at all this information here and say to yourself, I want to start to design a media buying campaign that's going to let me focus on the best ads, the best placements, the best creatives, the best landing pages, and I want to run my traffic that way as well. So this is all native advertising at its best, and it just comes right back to their blog here, and they're talking about this here. And this is more so for a branding type of a campaign and more exposure, this particular aspect. So I like that. Remember we talked about module 2. There are a couple different ways to do native advertising. A lot of big brands, a lot of big publishers, media publishers that want to use branding, they want to use native advertising for branding to get their presence out there, to get more readership, to get more subscribers. And lo and behold, they do have an offer up here where they're running up here, which is basically saying yes to a full year offer plus 2 free gifts. Subscribe now. So they are trying to do a little bit of direct. They are trying to do a little bit of arbitrage there, where they're trying to make some money from the branding that they're doing. They want to get some type of an ROI, and they're doing it because they're tracking every single page, so they know exactly what's going on. So I just want to show you a quick little bit about AdBeat, how deadly effective it is, which I absolutely love. And again, like I said, this is kind of the tool of choice. This is what helps me sniff out super affiliates, sniff out big publishers. They got massive traffic going back to their websites. Look at their advertising campaigns. Look at their media strategies. Look at how they're doing native advertising as far as whether they're doing it for branding purposes, whether they're doing it for direct response, whether they're doing it for e-commerce. There's a whole different type of native advertising channels that they can use. So I love AdBeat. So I just wanted to plug that in there so you can look at this module. And this is part 8A as far as sniffing out AdBeat and super affiliates. So I'm going to log out of my account there. You see me log in live in real time, so you know that this is my account. And I got to blur out my my details there so nobody sees that. But that's basically about AdBeat. And I'm telling you once again, you've got to get this tool. If you want to take your business to the next level as an affiliate, and you want to go into like a mid affiliate to a super affiliate, you really need to get competitive intelligence, and you need to get a competitive intelligence tool that does all the work for you rather than you doing it manually. There's nothing wrong with doing it manually. To this day, I still do some stuff manually. Well, I don't do it. My team does it. But you got to be able to make sure the internet moves at the speed of light. So you want to be able to make sure that you got everything in place. You got the proper industrial strength tools to make sure they get the job done to help you with your advertising. So I'm going to log out of here, and I'm going to go into part B of module 8, which is sniffing out super affiliates using adbeat.com. Okay, take care, everybody.